Hello. This is Elizabeth Griffin, the Black Romance Writer, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, if you aren't following me, please take a moment and do so now. And definitely hit that notification bell so that anytime I upload a video, whether it is in the morning, the afternoon, or late at night, you'll be the first to know. I have been known to upload videos during the holiday, so definitely hit that notification bell so that you will always be kept in the loop. So, today I want to continue talking about the book, How to Write the Romance for the New Market and Get It Published by Catherine Falk. Today we're going to focus on an American Christian author. Her name is Catherine Palmer, and she has a chapter in this book entitled The Rituals of Romance. And these are some of her sentiments and some of her advice on writing. A good cup of tea, like a good book, involves two people. One is the giver and one is the receiver. Growing up in Africa as the daughter of missionaries, I had many opportunities to take tea with my friends who lived in villages out in the bush. I will never forget the blind Maasai tribeswoman who made tea for me over an open fire inside her hut. Now that sounds interesting. Let's see where she goes with this commentary. When she held out the cup, she cradled it in both hands in the African sign of blessing. As I sipped the tea, heavily laced with milk and sugar, I knew I had been given a gift worth savoring. In the same way, I have written each of my novels with care. I pray will make them truly blessings and gifts to my readers. Like my Maasai friend, I first assembled all the ingredients. Second, I prepare them. Then I give with both hands. I like the way this is going. So from what I'm gathering in reading this, she takes a lot of time and preparation in preparing her novels. And I, likewise, do not just rush into projects. When I wrote my first medical romance, Unscrubbed, I did, maybe 4 or 5 months of research in which I just read books on surgery, on how to get into medical school. I had to investigate what the MCATs are, which are the tests that each potential medical student has to take. What did that involve? I had to do all the research because this is not my background. I work in a hospital and I love medical romances, but I don't know the practices of a physician. I don't know what it takes to be a doctor. So therefore, I had to do research. So I agree with her when she says getting all the ingredients. I also had to figure out who were my leading man and woman in my novel. Who were these people? What are their backgrounds? What are their desires? What are their goals? So I like that she took time to gather up the ingredients in order to tell a story that she can hand to her reader. I like the idea of gifting a story to someone else and allowing them to escape into your world and to enjoy your storytelling. Catherine Palmer goes on to say that gathering ingredients is never easy. To make a cup of chai in Africa, someone must walk many miles to buy sugar and tea. A cow must be milked. Water, that precious commodity, must be drawn from a hole dug in a dry riverbed. Gathering ingredients for a book takes similar diligence. The writer must be willing to research all elements of the novel, from the historical background to details of daily life. Would-be writers have told me, I'll just write contemporary novels because I won't have to do research. And to this I say, my contemporary romances have compelled me to research rock climbing, archaeology, steroids, elephants, and adoption. In fact, I was so caught up in my study of adoption that my husband and I decided to adopt a little boy from a Romanian orphanage. Our son will testify that every author needs to do her research. Now, let me ask you, what do you think of Catherine Palmer? I love the idea that she took research to a whole different level. She opened her home. She opened her heart. She opened her family to a young boy who was in need of a mother and a father. I like that. So, as I said, she took research to a whole nother level. I have done research in the past, nothing like that, but I have discovered things and included things in my story that I could have only done so through research. Research allows you to broaden your story and to add elements that you hadn't even planned on putting in your story until you came across it. Let's go on to see what else Catherine Palmer has to say. Ingredients gathering also involves learning how to plot and how to create believable characters. Before every book, I compile a binder filled with research, character sketches, and plots. I want to give my reader the best I have to offer. When I sat in the smoky interior of my Maasai friend's hut, I observed the care she took in the preparation of tea. Her sightless eyes could not protect her as she stirred her fire. Her callous fingers placed the pot of water on the coals, added tea leaves, and poured in milk and sugar. Then she took the steaming pot in her hand, her bare hands, and poured her gift into the cup. A writer's labor at preparing the gift of a book must show no less care. These days, I write in a well-equipped downtown office. I now earn enough money to help my family and Uncle Sam both. It wasn't always this easy. I have written in my kitchen, and I've held my baby in my arms. I earned so little one year that my accountant asked me why I bothered. I have written for 5 publishing houses and 7 editors. As I listen to Catherine Palmer detail her publishing experiences, I understand on a small scale what she feels like and what she's talking about. Although I haven't worked for a major publishing house, I have written in the most unusual places. I have written outside in parks. I have written in closets. I have written in my kitchen, in the basement. I've written in so many places. I've written on trains. You name it, I've been there. I've written in subway stations, and it's all because I love what I do. I love telling stories, and I never know when inspiration will hit me, when an idea will hit me, and I need to write it down immediately. So I can definitely identify with this author on so many levels. The author, Catherine Palmer, says that the process of writing has never been easy. And I share her sentiments. It isn't easy, but it is joyful. She says that even though I thank God for the blessing of my current stability, I can say that writing still involves a great deal of work. Like all working women, a writer learns to balance the demands of her career with the needs of her family. Being a published writer means contracts, deadlines, correspondence, budgets, and gallery proofs. But published or unpublished, being a writer means writing every day, even when you don't feel like it. A writer who wants to give her reader the best gift must write, no matter what. She continues to say that when my Maasai friend held out her cup of tea, I knew that she was blessing me. In the same way, when a reader takes my book, opens to the first page, and begins to read, I pray she will feel a sense of all the love and care that went into the preparation of this book. I offer my books with both hands in a blessing that conveys my respect for any reader. And when I receive letters saying my words touched a heartstring, made someone laugh or cry or stand up against injustice, then I am blessed greatly in return. If you're going to become a romance writer, write with dedication to your craft. If you're a reader, accept each new book as a gift. Light a candle, prop up your feet, open a book and pour a cup of tea. End of quote. I love her closing statements in this book, How to Write a Romance for the New Market and Get It Published. And I agree with her completely. Dedicate as much time and effort and diligence in your writing and in your craft, because you will only get better. And view your readers, your customers, as those valued people that are supporting your livelihood, but that are also supporting your dreams and investing in your dreams and allowing you to do what you do best, which is write romance novels. So I am appreciative for all the comments, for all the thumbs ups, for all the good reviews, and even those that aren't good, that just remind me that I have to continue to improve in my craft. So I am appreciative for all of my readers, for all of my views, for all of those people that remind me to stay true to the craft. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. And I'm wishing you, as always, love, peace, joy, and happiness. Thank you for spending time with me. And until next time, happy writing. Good night.